All right, get in here, true believers. We are going to draw Shalom Aloha. And how do you respond to that? Aloha, shalom to you. All right? So what are we going to draw right now, Felix?
We are going to draw Donatello from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You want to do Donatello? All right. All right, so we're going to draw into some Ninja Turtles, a cartoony version of them. They're fun to do. Do you want one of these? And I'll take one of these. We'll do the basic Ninja Turtle. We'll start like that. There's all kinds of versions of the Ninja Turtles, right? What you got to remember is they got those cheeks that come out. And they got the mask that it looks like a blindfold essentially with the eyes cut out. You know, and they got those little snapping turtle heads. So there's a little head. I'm going to make the line darker so we can see it. Felix, have you drawn many Ninja Turtles?
Nope. I drew them once, I think.
Okay. I used to draw Ninja Turtles every day with my friend Dave DeMayo. Shout out to Dave DeMayo out there, wherever you are, Dave. We used to not only draw the Ninja Turtles, but then maybe, the parents wouldn't like us doing that. So there's a turtle head right there. Mind your turtle heads. Real simple, turtle head. Then they're not human. So they're not at all shaped like human forms with the typical layout. They're
more circular.
Yeah, they are. That's it. They're circular. So you can just sort of mark out that sort of shell body that they have. If we're just drawing them head on. Well, that looks very good. I'll move over this a little more so you can come over a little towards me. They're turtles, and you can't touch turtles.
Mine looks weird.
I found a turtle once by the park, by the lake, and I brought it home to my mother, Nonna. And she said, "What are you doing touching that thing? Don't touch those things. You're going to get salmonella. Get rid of it. Get it out of here. Wash your hands. Wash everything." So right, see how they're not sort of, if it's just their neck. See, the neck is under here and in there. The way a person would look. But they've got that shell up and behind his neck, right?
Yeah.
And then they've got that front, which, you turn a turtle over and they have that sort of flat part that rubs against the ground. But these turtles, they're standing upright and they're walking around. So we're seeing this part. So now he got his arms sticking out here, which is shoulder, bicep.
I think most of them have straps across.
Of course, we'll get to the straps. But they got muscles here. And those arms in his head, they all fold in. So here's the strap or the belt or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they have the letter there. Well, I think
they always do.
Do they always, or I think less times they don't? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Usually they do.
Depends on what
the artist
era we're looking at, what cartoon we're seeing. So me and Dave DeMayo, we used to draw Ninja Turtles and Looney Tunes, but then we made the weapons from each turtle that we have around the house. So each turtle has a specific weapon too, right? Mm-hmm. So who has what?
Michelangelo has nunchucks.
Nunchucks, all right.
Leonardo has swords, katanas.
Yep. Oh, very good. Katana blades, that's right.
Donatello has basically a big pole. I don't know what's called.
A bow staff.
Yeah, that.
And who are you missing?
And Raphael has size.
Size. T-S-A-I or T-S-I-A? T-S-A-I.
Yeah.
He has size. All right, so now I've got the basics for a turtle body. And they don't have long legs, and they're not big. Right? They're kind of little, right? Depending on which version. I think in the movie, with the live action, they looked kind of big. And then they have a tail on the bottom.
They have a tail?
Not always. I guess that also depends. And each version depends. I mean, sometimes they have straps that go across. Sometimes they have sort of shoulder pads that protect them. Sometimes they have bandages that go, not bandages, but sort of wrappings that go on their legs and wrists.
Yeah, and their color.
And the other thing you have to remember when you're drawing a Ninja Turtle, see this round shape, the sort of wide cheeks, and then the narrower head.
Mine looks like a baby. Look at its face.
Baby smile. Then there's something else you got to remember about Ninja Turtles. Eastman and Laird, however they drew them first, they don't have 5 fingers and toes. They've got 3 fingers and 2 toes?
Yeah, 2 toes.
But there's sort of one in the back.
Yeah, like
So there's our
dogs.
Yeah. So now we scribbled that out, and you could put whoever you're drawing, whatever's in his hand. So there's a nunchuck. In Michelangelo's hand. All right. So that's the basic way you draw a standing straight turtle. And you can make shadows and stuff to map him out. Now on his back, he's got that big shell, which if you're drawing it from different angles, takes on a really different dimension, because when he's standing from the side, real quick version of from the side, that turtle shell sticks way out, which kind of could give him a little slouchy look.
Yeah. Unless you draw them right.
And some people draw them so that they have sort of abs in here.
Yeah.
I never did that. Do you like the big easy panels of their chest or the muscles?
I think I like just the kind of shell thing.
Okay. All right, so now that we've got the basic idea of a turtle.
Mine looks like a bird foot.
All right.
Mine is a weird
So we're going to do
combination.
Donatello or Michelangelo?
Donatello.
All right, so we'll do Donatello. Now we're going to draw the turtle in action, doing what they do. What do they often do?
Skateboard.
They're on skateboards, these Ninja Turtles. They're nuts. They say things like, cowabunga?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just them or Bart that does that? All right, so I'm going to try and find a spot where I want Donatello to kind of land in here. I'm going to try and stick somewhat in that area, or this area. How about that? So I made a little light area where I want him to end up being. So sometimes that's what you got to do. You have to gauge out your space that you got paper for. And I'm going to try and land him in this section. So I'm going to lightly sketch in the turtle. And they can have a bigger head. However you end up drawing him, that's going to be your turtle, your happy little turtle. Here's going to be the top of his head. You see? Mm-hmm. And he's got his mask. And he's got how big his cheeks stick out on the side. It's a very old sort of cartoony thing to give somebody big cheeks. Just like Bugs Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
I think, does Sonic have big cheeks?
No.
All right, so now we talked about how that shell comes up high. Because his shoulder's going to be way down here. But his shell is up way over his whole back. They look cool. They're sort of haunchy and paunchy.
I made mine look like Mr. Burns.
Ooh, Mr. Burns. In 6th grade, I used to draw a lot of Ninja Turtles and Simpsons. Again, with Dave DeMaio. We were obsessed with the same cartoon. Shout out Dave DeMaio. I hope you're out there making weapons. Don't make weapons anymore, Dave. We'll get arrested for making katana blades and nunchucks. But we would make Raphael's sai.
Just say sigh.
We would make it out of, in the knife block, that thing that seems useless, the knife sharpener. We took the knife sharpener, and then
I have no idea what that looks like.
the knife sharpener. It just looks like it's got a handle, and then a metal part, and then it's just a straight piece of metal, and you slide the metal back and forth to sharpen the knives.
I've never seen
So
that.
we took that out of the mama's knife block, and then we unwrapped a metal clothes hanger, and we wrapped it around the base of the knife sharpener, and then bent it into the side position. It didn't work great when I would hit him with the bow staff, and it would fall apart.
What did you use for the bow staff? Toilet paper rolls?
Just cut the end off the broom. Just cut the broom off when he had a bow staff. All right. And then we couldn't do katana blades. We had nothing for katana blades. Because we didn't have swords because we were in 6th grade. It's hard to get a giant ninja sword when you're in 6th grade.
Some of my classmates in my survival class have katanas.
They have real full-size katanas?
Yeah.
Kids?
Yes.
What? All right, so let me get back to what I'll keep explaining as I go. So here's the turtle shell. I drew his arm. Here's his arm that's going back into space. I'll make his cheek a little darker so we can see. It's very important that we can see what the heck we're doing over here. Here's his mask.
Oh yeah, we can see.
Here's his mask. And we're trying and make things hug the shapes. So turtles they're kind of round. They got a lot of round parts. So if you got to think of that head as a round shape, almost like as though if you had a soccer ball and you put a rubber band around fat rubber band around the soccer ball. What would that rubber band look like as it went around? It would go up and around that soccer ball. Mm-hmm. Now I'll put in his eyeball.
Are we gonna draw them with just plain white eyes, like some people draw them, or with eyes?
Eyeballs? That's an excellent question. I like the whites of the eyes. What do you prefer?
I like the whites of the eyes when they're fighting and stuff or doing something serious, but when they're being funny, I like actual eyes.
You like to see yeah. So when they're sort of being tough and fighting, their eyeballs go white.
Yeah.
Now there's also a lot of different versions of them.
A lot.
There's the new movie, Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah.
There was the cartoon that I grew up with, which was just sort of cartoony.
And they were very different.
Yeah.
Raphael and Mikey, their personalities are switched.
Yeah, in my old version that I grew up with, Raph was the funny one. Now he's the grumpy one. He's right? He's always angry.
Yeah, because red seems more grumpy than orange.
But Mikey was always sort of the fun-loving, most cowabunga, dude. Totally.
Oh, and none of them were angry?
No. Donatello's smart. Leonardo's the leader. So I'm making the belt. So we're definitely is Donatello.
Yes.
So sometimes on the belt you could just put a D. That's helpful for them. I don't know if now Eastman and Laird the drawings weren't as cartoony, but I don't know if they put any letters anywhere on them. So all right, so this I've got his shoulder and it's going back into distance, right? Yeah. And then there's his bicep. Oh, very nice looking. And so if you like to add things onto them, it tells you, because as it's going away from us, those circles go this way. See that? And then I'm going to draw his hand back here. Don't be scared of the hands, everybody. Hands are easy.
Sometimes.
Just make sure
Depending on the position. I'm really bad at fists, mostly.
Fist. Then we'll do a whole lesson on fists later. The bow staff is going to go off. So I think I'm going to change him to Mikey.
No.
Just because I'm out of room over here. That bow staff won't make any sense out. So.
No.
We'll do a real quick lesson on the nunchuck.
The camera goes all the way to here.
That's all right. I'm out of paper. All right, so he's swinging. This hand is going to be swinging the nunchuck. So if I'm just going to draw a nunchuck, go straight across. It's got the handle part. And then in between them, real quick, chains. Chains are, you make these little shapes. It's sort of a zero that gets cut off, and then a rounded eye in the middle. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm, but that's a perfectly straight chain.
Well, that's right. We're doing it straight to first understand it. How does it look if it's not in action or twisting or turning? And then it links to the other side. right there. So that's what a basic nunchuck will be looking like. Or as some people say, nunchakus. And so he's swinging it. Nunchakus. So he's swinging it. So now we're making that same chain here. And he's swinging it up in the air. Wow. Dude, you totally hit me in the face. I was just eating pizza and you hit me in the face, dude. Not cool. And then you can put sort of wrappings on the handle of the nunchuck. All right. So now he's got that.
I think all of their weapons have wrappings.
Yeah, usually. And then you could there's so many versions. You can make your Ninja Turtles happy and in any way you like. Happy little turtles. Just like happy little trees.
Well, what? You made yours Raph or Mikey?
Oh, right.
Donatello.
Mikey. Put an R in there. Silly me. I can't keep track of the letters or the weapons.
Should we give him glasses like he has in Mutant Mayhem, or should we just keep him like this?
Well, you have a little more room over here to do the bow staff, so you can make yours Donatello.
Yeah, I'm making mine Donatello.
And you can add the I love that they add the glasses.
And the headphones.
Who has the headphones? Donatello?
Yeah.
I don't remember the headphone part.
He only has them sometimes, not always.
So you put a little shadow underneath his head, so we know that it's detached. Not detached. Boy, that would be terrible. We don't want to detach his head. So that it's so we can see it's attached, but over his body. We put a little shadow here on his straps.
It's also kind of hard to draw their hands because they only have 3 fingers.
Oh, whoa, we got to make sure we talk about that. That's actually should make it easier to draw sort of big fat fingers on them. All right, now let's see what we do with this hand. Here's a real, here, I'll take advantages to do a real simple fist lesson, right? And it's easier with the 3 fingers. So see that? I made a basic, it's essentially a square with rounded edges. And then a thumb, you could just sort of, looks like a peanut, right? Look at a little peanut right there. That's his thumb. And here's his fist. So I just made this basic rounded square. And I put a knuckle over here, and a knuckle over here, and a line. See how it's easier with just the 3 fingers?
Actually, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. A lot of cartooning is less fingers, easier to do.
Yeah.
So The Simpsons do it. Mickey Mouse does it.
Everything does.
Everybody does it. So now...
Some cartoons with humans only have 3 fingers.
Yeah. So we'll do another nunchuck right here. And we'll put... Now this one's in... We're going to fake some motion right here. Here's the beginning of the chain. And then the chain goes this way and that way. And the nunchuck's going to be... We'll put one over here. And this is how you imply that there's some motion. Have you ever drawn motion lines?
Nope.
In a drawing? All right, well, look. So here's one nunchuck. And you sort of hint at it. Maybe it's not as dark as this one. Or we could hint at the motion here as well.
I'm making his bow staff really long.
And then this one's also spinning. So we put this little spinning motion. And you hint at the other nunchucks. And it looks like a little helicopter blade, right? All right, now we're gonna do a little foreshortening here. So here's his fist that we made a nice simple fist. It's a rounded square. You don't have to do, if you're drawing him, you can do whatever you want with his other arm.
Can I do a peace sign?
Yeah, that will work. So now we're gonna foreshorten. That means his forearm is going back in space, away from us. So here's my fist, and as I move it around, my forearm is moving around back and around my arm. You see that? So this is moving back into space. And
We
there's
should finish soon.
here's the elbow bone.
The video's getting kind of long. That was our 20
minutes.
minute warning.
All right, we'll wrap it up in about 5 minutes, maybe.
Okay.
Here's his shoulder muscle, which goes out to his tricep muscle, and then his whole forearm muscle. I made a extra big elbow bone. And now up here comes his shell. Now a turtle, as their shell goes over, you can put these little sort of sections of the first part of the shell. And then on the back has sections of the shell as well. Right? And now he's got his sort of his chest muscles. Chest muscles are sort of in that shell part. And here comes his belt. The shell comes down this way. Now, Felix, you were drawing today at a county fair of some kind?
Yep.
And what did you draw?
Balloon County Fair. I drew hot air balloons
And how did it go?
with chalk, and I won first prize.
What? First prize? How'd you do it?
I don't know.
Way to go.
It did not look very good at first.
So you don't even know why you won? That happens sometimes. You just win and you don't know why? All right, so now here's his legs. They come out of that bottom of that shell. And here's the bottom of his shell going up there. Do you think they should have tails? Sometimes they have tails. Sometimes they don't.
I don't think so.
But every turtle has a tail, right?
No.
Turtles
Do
don't
they?
have tails that stick out.
No, I don't think so.
So here's our thigh. Thigh muscles. Just look down at your thigh muscle. There's a bunch of muscles there. And it leads into your kneecap. Kneecaps are usually shaped kind of like that. And the thigh is shaped like that.
Okay, only sea turtles have tails.
Oh, how about that? I didn't know that.
Me neither.
And they usually have these little something around their knees, little knee pads.
Yeah, or sometimes they're just bands.
There's the other thing turtles also have. You sort of oh, I'm running out of pencil here. Spare pencil. That one's dead. They have these sort of not liver spots like an old man, but just sort of spots on their head.
I think all turtles have that.
They're just sort of textured.
I'm drawing the hand now. The arm and the hand.
So here's his knee. I'm going to bend it backwards to get it on the back of the skateboard. They have sort of big feet and also, just as we said before, just a few toes. 2 toes.
2.5.
Now this foot comes forward, calf muscle, ankle bone. And so this foot's coming towards us. So those toes are gonna come, they're just gonna look like little circles as they come towards us. Because if you look right at the front of your big toe, it's sort of just a circle.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a pole, a tiny little pole with a circle.
So here's the ball of his foot on the inside. And this goes right up into his calf. And now here, we're gonna draw that, think of that skateboard, it's gonna be coming towards us, right? So here's a little more foreshortening.
This hand is not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Hey, looks good. Nice hand. Skateboard is a cool shape to draw. I like drawing skateboards, even though I can't skateboard.
I can.
You can skateboard?
You can?
Not at all. I can rollerblade, but that's not nearly as cool for some reason. You get called names when you're rollerblading sometimes.
How?
It's happened. So the skateboard has that little front that sticks up, the back that sticks up.
Hey, Blady.
Yeah, it's not nearly as cool as... If you want to be cool, skateboarding is the way to do it. Skateboarding and surfing, those are cool. Rollerblading, Even though I love it. Not cool. Am I? All right, so we're getting the skateboard in there. I'll push this up a little bit to get the wheel.
Okay.
And the wheel's on the bottom of the skateboard. Then it's got trucks. Is that what the thing that connects the wheels?
Yeah, that's trucks.
Those are trucks. Yeah, everybody, if you want to be cool, skateboard. You're going to get hurt. Part of skateboarding is getting hurt. There's no two ways around it. You will get hurt.
So should we tell everybody about the artist of the month thing?
What are you talking about?
Remember?
Who's the artist of the month?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
Are you the artist of the month?
no. So every month in our community,
Are you talking about future plans?
yeah,
Go ahead. You explain it to me because I don't even know what you're talking about.
I just told you.
So tell me again.
You know about it. So every month we're gonna try to have you guys send in your art, and then every month we'll pick an artist of the month and feature it on one of our videos.
Oh, all right. That's a good idea. All right, so now there's the belt. The bottom of the shell. I'm giving him a tail. I think I like when they have tails.
I'm not.
And there's Mikey. So I did Mikey. You're doing Donatello. A very nice Donatello. Oh, and I can see it. Very crisp lines over there. I like it a lot. So we've got a Mikey on a skateboard, and we've got a Donatello coming along with his bow staff. And I think I've got a Mikey. You can finish yours afterwards. Anybody at home, you can finish yours. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe. Vaya con Dios. Shalom aloha, and
Bye.
bye-bye.